What's going on, Guardians? It's Dizzle here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the Master Blooming Deep Lost Sector. I'm here at the Master because on my video yesterday some people were asking me why I said I was 30 power under light, and when you go to Master it's actually 2030. So even though when you go from the Pale Heart it's showing 2020, I'm running this on Master, so there's more champions and it's 2030. And there's just more bullshit. There's overcharged machine gun. This is a very annoying lost sector, as I'll get into. I was running unstoppable sidearm and unstoppable scout, and then this is where I got my overload from, because machine guns are overloaded in this activity as well, so they're doing more damage. I had the Blade Fury super on so that I can suspend unstoppables, and then like I said, there's overloads. Same build as yesterday. I was trying the Warlock one, but I was busy all day. It was taking too long. So I just said, screw it. I'm going to go with this build. Again, I will be making a build video on this soon, but as you will see, this build is absolutely absurd. So let's watch the video. So the reason I have a Void Scout is there is a lot of Void Shields. So I just kind of prime these guys and then get ready to take on the Unstop. So originally, like I said, I was on my Fellwinter's Helm Warlock build with, I had Expanding Abyss and Nova Bomb and what's it called? I had Succession and a Sidearm and Edge Transit. I had a Void Sidearm for the shields. And yeah, Edge Transit was really good for like deleting champions. But unstops are the easiest champs to like deal with because you can kite them around and stuff. So I found overload. There's an overload in the boss room that is the biggest pain in the ass. So that's kind of your biggest threat if you're going for flawless. I had runs where I was like 8 minutes, but I died. It's really hard to do this one flawless if you're playing an aggressive build like I was. Yeah, you'll see I'm a little more cautious on this one because, like I said, I was busy all day and then I just wanted to get this video up, and I was trying on my Warlock because I wanted to do all three characters. But at the end of the day, I think when I'm like 30 under power, this one I'm actually technically 29 under power, I'm just going to do what I think is the best build available, which is probably always going to be Synthesept Consecration, to be honest, because these lost sectors have a ton of ads and you can just like delete everything, and especially if there's unstoppables, because I had no like intrinsic way of stunning the unstoppables within my subclass on the Warlock, where this you can use the Blade Fury like I'm using here, the grenade jolts and suspends, so it can deal with both overloads and unstops, which you'll see in the boss room. So yeah, it's just really good. So I always pop a super there because that's really tight corridors. And sorry, I was gonna say corridors and quarters. It's really tight in there, so just pop a super. You'll have one back when you need it next. And here you can see Thunderlord absolutely chews through overloads. So I was also using Midnight Coup earlier, and that was doing good on the overloads, but it's just too slow. You need something that can take them out quickly when you're this under light. Normally I like to have a pulse grenade there to chuck over at those Centurions, but again you can see Thunderlord absolutely eats them alive, and the Call sidearm is great as well. So this is one of the most difficult parts in the entire Lost Sector. You have to get up to the left, and there's two Scions, and if they both punch you at once, you're dead. So that part, I know it looked like nothing, but I died there a lot because they're like ready for you, and it's really tough to get them killed. So anyways, here I pop my Transcendence, and you can see I absolutely go in. So on my Fellwinter's build, it took like 5 of the Fellwinter's melee to take out that Ogre, where I pretty much killed it in one Consecration Slam with Synthesepts, and look at how much Transcendence I still have. Like, that is crazy. And this wasn't even the best run. I had a run before this where I died literally right at the end to the most bullshit thing. I went to do a Consecration, and I guess I didn't hit slide in time, so it didn't actually do the Consecration. And so I meleeed an unstop, and then I died. But on that run, I had taken out this whole wave with my Transcendence, where here you can see the boss is still alive, unfortunately. So we're just gonna take him out from distance because we're out of Transcendence. I maybe could have popped my super. You'll see I actually wind up holding my super for the entire time, and I'll get into why I did that. But yeah, I could have popped my super to finish off, but either way, we just retreat, take them out safely. Here, there's an overload back there, which I know, but I talked about ad prioritization in the past. So you want to prioritize all these red bars first. The overload is not a big deal. Like, look, you can just jiggle on him, and he won't hit you if you know what you're doing. So, again, I want to take out the Grims. I know there's one more Grim, but he's not peeking. So I'm just like, screw it, let's just go bait him out. And of course, now he comes out. So yeah, there's all these really annoying, like, just enemy maneuvers in this one. There's lots of close corridors and pinch points where you can get caught up. So yeah, just overall, not the easiest lost sector. I was pretty fed up with this one. Not that it's overly hard. Like I said, I could get some decent times, but I would die to some bullshit inevitably at one point or another. Just something would get me. So like I said, I just wanted to get a clear out while it's still the daily lost sector, just so you could see it if you're trying to get that triumph. I know you got all season, so I would definitely wait till your light is higher. You'll be able to take out the champs much quicker. But yeah, so here, again, the Titan is so much better for this part because on my Warlock, I didn't really have a good super to get up here. So this part is very, very difficult. Once you hit here, the Vandals spawn in. So I had a sniper before and I would like snipe them from afar, but it was just really slow. Where here, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna use my super, take everything out. And unfortunately, there's these two Grim that are like really hard to hit from way back there. So yeah, we can't take them out. So it's not the greatest super, but you just kind of do what you have to do. Again, add prioritization. You need to take out all those guys before dealing with the champion. The champion's the least of your worries. Like, look, he can't even hit you when you're up here. So it's all about getting to a proper position, because he's not easy to take on from like back at the tree. And then you got the Vandals and the Grim, and yeah, it's a very, like I said, just annoying lost sector. I'd had runs where my heavy was all falling off the cliff sides. Like, it was just very frustrating. And then these blights are so freaking annoying, as you'll see. But look at Consecration, like, it just deletes everything. And of course, there's goblins making the boss immune. Like, every annoying thing you can have outside of, like, Scorn immunity totems, this lost sector has. So also, another thing that's annoying is the boss will deal damage to the lost sector boss, which you'd think would be good. But look at his health bar, like, it seems like she's not doing much, but then other times the wizard will like do all this damage, and then it's gonna spawn in all the champs at once because they're health gated. So see, a champion has appeared. So what I want to do is work my way over, because this is the overload and it spawns at the back of the room. So I could have popped Transcendence here and just gone in on everything, but now look, now the rest of the champions spawn and I did no damage to the boss, and that is because of the wizard. So one thing that high level players know is what forces like enemies to spawn in, so that you can manipulate that. So what I wanted to do was keep the battlefield clear. I was going to take out all these little thrall and stuff, and then go use my Thunderlord on the overload, because once the overload's dealt with, then I have a really good Transcendence, really good super for dealing with unstops, because I can just spam Consecration and spam my grenade. But the game didn't want to allow me to do that. So here we are, and now look, that overload is pushed up. It's down here, but luckily this build is so crazy that everything just kind of gets melted. Like, you could see on the left side of the screen, it said like this and this and this were killed. So I actually got kind of lucky there because I didn't have to waste time. And then this stupid bitch almost kills me. Like, she does not help at all. She pushes the boss's health down to trigger a health gate to spawn in enemies, and then almost blast me through the end of the cave. I thought I was going to lose the flawless there, and I was going to be so mad. Anyways, you can probably tell by my commentary, I'm not a fan of this lost sector at all, but there's a solo flawless at 29 under light. I hope you enjoyed, found it informative, entertaining, whatever. Yeah, I won't be running this one too much. I mean, once my light's up, it won't matter. And again, you don't always have to do flawless. You can do some speed runs with this build pretty easy just by being aggressive. But if you're trying for flawless, you're gonna die to some BS for sure. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Leave you to your contemplation.